G'day guys, Matt here from Not in the Manual. I finally got the Summon video finished. So this is my setup and review of the Summon feature that comes with the enhanced autopilot package and also comes with the full self-driving package. So, you know, I've got mixed feelings about it. I had to put this video together a little bit different to the vision I first had for this. So I sort of envisioned myself going to the local supermarket car park, taking my camera along, doing the smart summon and all working out, but it didn't go to plan. Now what I've done is put a couple of videos together to demonstrate Summon to you and the smart summon and autopark, but in a safe environment. So something that was very low risk for me to film and demonstrate the features to you at the same time. I make these videos on my own, so I don't have anyone helping there. I don't have anyone keeping an eye out. So I decided to just change up the way I made this video, how I first planned. So what we'll do first is go through the settings for Summon and what each of those settings does and changes, and to help you be able to see what is adjustable within this Summon package. And then we go through and do a demonstration of the standard Summon, which is the forward and reverse movement of the car in a straight line and over a short distance, a set distance. Then we move on to demonstrating Smart Summon. Now Smart Summon is something that you've seen where the car drives out of a parking spot, comes over to you, you call the car to you, basically in a car park scenario, which is how it's sold. So I demonstrate that feature in a safe place and run through some of the pros and cons and risks involved with that. And then we move on to, I've got a couple of extra videos which I filmed afterwards that I feel demonstrate the autopark feature, which is, it's a hybrid sort of thing between Summon and autopark. And then I also demonstrate the Summon thing in a real world environment. Now they're not super spectacular videos, but they do the job. They demonstrate the features enough, I think, for this review. And so I'm planning on making some more videos on this as I become more confident with this system. So yeah, let's get into the settings and hope you enjoy it. Okay, we'll just quickly run through the settings. There's not too many. So yeah, you just basically go into your autopilot settings here and you've got your Summon settings there. So you can either turn it off, if you don't want someone using it. You can customize your settings, or you can put it into standby mode. Now standby mode basically keeps the sensors on the car and the cameras and everything active, ready to engage Summon a lot faster. I've found that Summon doesn't take that long to connect, really. I don't feel like I really needed to use that, but possibly if you are using Summon a lot, you may feel the need to have that on just to let the app connect to the car a bit quicker and just to have that Summon process run a lot faster. It could be handy if you do use it a lot. And you can do it, but it is going to consume a lot more battery power. So there's a little note here you guys can read. It talks about it's going to increase the battery usage and what the standby mode means. I just leave that set to off. I haven't felt the need that it's too slow. Now, customize Summon. You've got a few settings here. So first setting is bumper clearance. That's pretty straightforward. It decides how close the car will get to the back wall of your garage or whatever you've got at the back of your garage. If you're in a standard sort of parking spot with the wheel, with a wheel stop, or the little concrete barriers that your tires come up against to stop the car going too far into a wall or something like that. Most public car parks have that. I've got that at work as well. You may want to set the distance there. Just have a look. The car tells you the distance at the front when you're pulling up into the car spot. When you're setting this all up, you might set it up for your work or your home. set that up so that your car doesn't try and climb over that concrete barrier. Some of them are rubber as well, but I'll point out in the video, that'll make more sense when we look at the Summon video later on in the car park when I show you. So you'll see the little concrete wheel stops there, and you do need to, that's critical for that arrangement. So 60 centimeters is a pretty good distance. My garage, I really need to have it set to back to about 30. So you've got from 20 up to 120 centimeters there. So I might leave that set to 30 for my garage. Summon distance, this is the max distance that it will, the car will move during a summon event. And that's whether you have it set for a continuous press on the screen, or it's even more critical when you don't have the continuous press set. But that is the maximum summon distance the car will go. So you can reduce that, and you'll see it changes the illustration here as well. So, you know, I think go the length of the car, which is what, close to 5 meters, plus, you know, an extra couple of meters. So I normally have that set to 7 or 8 meters. Down here for side clearance, that you'll see the illustration change here. That's, you know, how tight a space the car will summon into. So if you want to put the car into a really tight spot where you're not going to be able to get your doors open once you're there, then, you know, I think most people will leave that set to tight. So the car will try and center itself into the opening that it has, and it will try and get the distance either side of the car even, and it will use the steering to do that as it's summoning into the space. The next setting is require continuous press. So this decides when you've got the summon arrows in the app, continuous press requires you to hold your finger down on the forward or the reverse arrow on the screen for the whole duration of summon. If you release your finger from that, the car will just stop. Now that's the best thing to have with Summon. Smart Summon requires that you can't turn it off. For Smart Summon, you have to be holding your finger down on the go to target button on the app, and I will point that out in the video. So if you disable it, once you press the forward or reverse arrow, the car will just go to this maximum distance unless there's an obstacle in the way, or you press cancel, or you open up a door handle to stop the car. So there's numerous ways that you can stop the car, and I'll show you that in the videos as well. So to use the Autopark Summon feature, that little hybrid feature I'm going to show you, need to have that off. And it gives you a bit of a warning here to say you're disabling it, the car will just drive on its own unless, you know, and it gives you a couple of ways tells you how to stop the car in case of an emergency. So you need to do that confirmation first. So I'll leave it at require continuous press. So I'm still testing this all out, and you know, what you're seeing on the screen here is how I have it set for me, and that covers most scenarios where I might use Summon. I don't see me using it regularly. You know, it's a cool little party trick, but yeah, I don't see myself using it regularly to be worried too much about this. But anyway, they're the settings, and we'll get through to the videos. I have found a car park where pretty safe, can't hurt anyone here. I have got my other GoPro set up that is going to film from inside the car, and we're just going to demonstrate the Summon feature. So we might just do a little bit of back and forth, and then I'll show you the Smart Summon. Yeah, not really comfortable doing it in a car park where there can be people around and things at the moment, because I just think it's too dangerous. You'll see how fast the car moves when it does the Smart Summon, and you'll see what I mean. And I just think it's just using ultrasonics. It doesn't pick up things that are below the bumper bar. And, you know, I just think it's not worth the risk. I have had a couple of attempts at doing it in a car park where, yeah, there were other cars around and things. So I started filming, and then it just got busy, and I thought, yeah, look, I just don't want to take the risk. I mean, it'd be pretty embarrassing if you crashed the car into someone. I think until I'm a bit more familiar with the system, I think I would be pretty cautious. I'd experiment in pretty isolated car parks, like this one here at Sydney Olympic Park. And these are massive car parks for big events. This car park here is totally empty right now, so I know I'm pretty safe. You need to make sure you've got a clear view of the sky. You can't do it in an underground car park. Summon won't work. It needs to have a good GPS signal, good clear view of the sky. So, all right, let's get to testing it out. Okay, we'll try and not have as much screen glare. And you go to the Summon part of the app. Now what it does, it will connect to the vehicle and then give you a map of where the vehicle is. And so it's saying vision temporarily degraded. Just give me a second, I might just go around and wipe all the camera. Okay, we'll start that again. I just had an error. Where it was saying vision temporarily degraded. So I just went around and wiped all the cameras. No, it's still got the issue. It could be a glitch with this new update, but you can see the map. You can see me, and you can see the car, and you can see a crosshair. So you can also see the radius shown, the distance that the car will go with Smart Summon. On the bottom we have just the plain old Summon. You can make the car go forward or reverse. So you'll see here it's connected to the car. It is glitching, but I'll still try and use it. So if I hold my finger down on the reverse button, you can have a look at the car. It's release the park brake. I'm holding my finger down. I have the setting to hold the finger down for the car to go. And then you can let go of that at any time and the car stops. Also, I'll show you here, we will get it going backwards again. Okay, the car is rolling backwards. If I walk behind the car right now, it stops. So it sensed me and stopped. And it will do the same. You hold the button down here, you need to hold your finger pressed. And you can see the car here will go forward until it comes up to an obstacle or goes to the set distance for Summon. You can see here I've gone in front of the car and it tried to go around me. Now I move out of the way and it's going back forward again. Now you need to be careful. This is what I want to show you. I just released the button there to stop the Summon. Okay, it's logged me out. It is a bit glitchy. Okay, it's connected to the car again. So if I hold down forward, you can see there's a speed hump in front of the car. We'll try and go forward and see what it does. Okay, you can see there, it tries to ride up over that speed bump. So in this scenario here where there is nothing, directly in front of the car, it would just try and ride up over that speed bump. And that's what I mean. If that was a little kid that fell down in front of your car while it's riding through a car park, I don't know. I mean, look, the kid would have to come in front of the car before it fell over, but if there happened to be a kid or a person lying on the ground as your car came along, I'd question whether it would see it. So that's why I'm not confident with it at the moment. I probably need to do a few more tests just to see what this system reacts to. And it's nice to come to a place like this where I can practice with it. Now I have got it set at the moment for Summon to work. I have to have my finger depressed. What we might do is stop in the car and change that, and I'll show you. We went through the settings already, but I will go into autopilot, customize Summon, require continuous press. Yes, I want to disable continuous press. So now what it will do, when I press reverse on Summon, it will go that set distance unless I stop the car. So let's just make it, let's make it 5 meters, and I will reverse the car and I'll show you what you need to do if you need to stop it in a hurry. This is if you don't have the press, the button to require continuous press on the summon button. So let's just I'll show you that. I think it's good to demonstrate that now before I do smart summon. Okay, we're back into summon here now. If I pushed forward summon, the car would just keep going over that hump, and it would probably cause a bit of damage underneath my car if it tried to go over that step, and would possibly crash into the fence if it couldn't see that. But we will just go in reverse. So you'll see now I have where it doesn't require a continuous press, so I can just press backwards, and you can see here it gives you a stop button. Okay, let's try this now again. Okay, now the car is going that set distance. I can just open up a handle and the car will stop. So you've got a couple of different ways of stopping summon, or I could have just pressed the stop button here on the phone. Now, just wanted to show you that there, because you do have a couple of options there to stop the car, even if you don't have a button press confirmation. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to walk up here. Now we've got to stay within this blue target radius of the car. So you can see where I am, you can see where the target is. I'll hold down go to target, and we'll just watch what the car does. So it's going to reverse here. It's going to reverse out of that spot. You can see how fast that goes. Imagine doing that in a shopping centre car park. Okay, it's thinking about where to go. I'll just stay here where I am. It's putting an indicator on to turn out of that aisle of the car park. You can see here on the map. And it's coming down this way, it's indicated again. The car is going to, you can see it wandering around with the steering wheel. And it stopped there. Pretty cool party trick. You can see there it indicated coming out, it recognised the car park. It sees these low little islands here, the gardens, and that worked quite well. And the car has come over to me here. So at any point there, I could have just let go of the button on the smart summon, and it would have stopped the car. Okay, we'll just demonstrate that one more time. Smart summon. So see on the map here, you can see that I put the target over the car, or the target, wherever you put that target within that radius, the car will try and get there. And you'll see it will plan the trip. See that little blue line? So that's the path the car is going to take to get to me. So let's try that again. Hold down, go to target. So you can see there the car is going to reverse out of that spot. Now if you've got clear lane markings in the car park, it will know what to do. You can see the car's turning there. And at any point, I can let go of the button here. The car actually locked the wheels up then when it braked. And you can stop that. So then you need to actually go back out of the summon feature, back in, and we'll be able to put the target back over me again, and we can see the route that it's planning. Okay, let's give that a try. So it should just continue from where it was up to before. Okay. It's planning its little route there again. Coming up to the edge of the car park, and it's indicated. I think that's pretty cool. It's coming round again. Okay, it's going to go down the next aisleway this time. I was a little bit worried here about it riding up into those gutters, but I guess the cameras can see those gutters there. So you can see it gets a little bit wild here. I imagine if there were cars in the way, it would steer around them. Okay, you can see there it's steering into that gutter. I'm going to have to stop. All right, so I'm going to do that one more time, but I'm going to put a box, I'm going to put an obstacle in its way. All right, one more test. What I've done is put a box in the way over there. You can see we'll walk down there and have a look after I've activated Summon. So we'll put the target back on me again over here down this aisleway. I will walk just to here. Okay, we've seen the car has planned a path down to the end of the aisleway again, so we know it's going to try and go past that box. Now we'll hold down, go to target. You can see the car reversing out of there the same as before. And then let's see what happens when it sees this box. Oh, it's seen the box, didn't like it, slowed down near it. I guess if that was a pedestrian, it would be a problem. So it's slowed down there, so what we might do, keep the car going. I'm holding my finger on the phone still. Okay, it's getting to the end of this aisleway again. Let's see, I'll try and put this box right in the way. No. It's going down the other aisleway again. Let's see. We can trick it here. Put the box right in front of the car. Oh. No, it's trying to reverse around it. It's having a look. No, I wasn't quite sure what to do. I confused it there. It's just stopped. Anyway, guys, this was just, I don't know. I think it would be reasonably safe, but you can see how fast the car drives. I wouldn't want to try this out in a shopping centre car park. Okay, the next feature that I want to demonstrate to you is, it's a hybrid of Autopark and Summon. Now, I didn't know of this feature when I first started using Summon, and then I read the manual and discovered there's an Autopark feature where you don't have to be in the car, but it's forward or backwards. And I'll just show you here, you need to have the Summon setting to require continuous press no, so that you don't need to hold your finger down on anything to get it to work. You can set the maximum distance that you want it to go. I'll just do, let's just make that 7 meters. And then I think 60 centimeters should be enough. I'm 50 centimeters away from this wall here in the car park. You can just see I'm in a car park. I've picked the back corner where there's no other cars. This Autopark thing I've tried in my garage at home and it works quite well. So if you've got a tight garage, this is handy. And you can, you know, if it's very difficult for you to open the door once you're in, this is where I think this Summon feature could be quite handy. So now I've set it all up. Now to use this feature, we need to, let's just check for people. We're going to back up. So imagine, you're going to have to use your imagination. And you'll see what I mean once we get out of the car. So you can see here I've backed back out of the spot. You need to have the car in park. So imagine this is your garage opening. Don't imagine there's a big clear space on that side, but there's a concrete barrier on that side. just imagine this is your garage and it's a really tight spot, and you know, you're difficult to open the door once you're in. So this is another option. So from when you're inside the car has to fully be in park with the park symbol showing. Then you come over here and double tap on the stalk. Now that's activated this thing. You can see auto park, and you can choose whether you go forward or reverse. So it says here to stop the car, pull any door handle. You can cancel that if you don't want to do it. But I'm going to press forward because I want it to park in a forward direction. And then I don't need my phone for this. I can jump out of the car. I'll take my phone anyway. And then once you close the door, the car starts the procedure. So you can see the car is driving itself forward, and hopefully it will go and stop at that 60 centimetre distance from the wall that I set. It may stop a little early, but you know, I'm just demonstrating this feature. So I'm not doing anything here, the car is doing this itself. Okay, it stopped at the 60 centimetre distance, and because it didn't really have anything on the other side to guide it, you can see there, it's a little bit crooked, but you get the gist. That's how that works. So we can also do that in reverse, if you reverse into your garage, but that's just a handy feature there. Okay guys, I just want to demonstrate this auto park feature again in the forward direction, and just show you what to do if you need to stop the car. So I'm in park again, and you can see I'm not in that parking spot. Double tap on the park button, select forward, and it also says you here to stop the car, pull any door handle. So if you realise you're not comfortable, or you think the car is going to run over something that it hasn't seen, and you need to stop the car, because this isn't a phone, it's not initiated by the phone app, you've got no way of stopping the car other than physically interacting with it. So I'll just demonstrate that to you now and show you. Okay, you can see there the car's rolling forward. I can just go, no, stop, stop, stop. There we go. And the car stopped. So you just pull on a door handle, and that cancels that operation. Sorry, it's the black car, you just can't see, see the handles. All right, I was just coming to the shops for something, and thought I would just demonstrate that auto park feature again, just with some actual cars next to me. Well, I've got posts on one side and a car on the other. So I would just go backwards and just pretend that I'm trying to park in a narrow spot. So basically you just want to be in front of the spot you're going into, have the vehicle in park, fully in park, double tap the park button, puts the car into auto park. Then we'll let the car park itself. So you could do this at home in your garage if there was a tight space, and you can see here, we'll go around and have a look at the back of the car and see how centered it is. A little bit crooked, but I think when it doesn't have something good to line up with on this side, it can be a little bit confusing for the car. But you see there, it worked. Worked well. So I'm just going to go into the shops now, and then I might come out and demonstrate the summon feature to get the car back out of this spot. Alright guys, we're now back at the car. I've done my shopping. We'll just pretend that I just got back. We will open up the boot, and got some new work boots here. Close the boot again. Then we can just pretend that I can't get to my car door. So we will go to Summon, wait for it to connect to the car. Make sure it's clear, no one around. And then we can reverse the car out. Okay, so I've got it for continuous press. Alright, all clear, let go. And away we go. Okay guys, just going to do a quick summary of my review. And I think although I wasn't entirely happy with how my edit came out with some of the videos there, but my main focus was showing you the features and showing you how it functions. And I know it wasn't a perfect production, but I never claimed to be someone who does those sort of videos. A lot of it's just sort of raw, unrehearsed, how it comes out, and then chop it up, put it all together, and that's how it comes out. But I think I left a few things in there that I thought they weren't 100%, but I wanted to leave it in there, warts and all, so you guys can see really what these things are like. I don't want to just show you rehearsed, practiced, perfectly polished versions of these features, because in reality you're going to be using these features inexperienced. So I want you to be able to see how it is, the good and the bad side of things. I want to show that. I want to just give you an honest review of things. So hopefully I've done that here with these videos again. Hopefully you've found them useful. Now, quick sum up of my opinion. The Smart Summon feature, I think it's a great show of technology. It's very impressive. I think Tesla have done a fantastic job. But it is something that in reality, you get to a busy car park, there's people around, there's shopping trolleys, there's kids, there's impatient people in cars. They're very stressful environments, and I think you get into that situation and you start to think, do I need to do this? Why am I doing this? And I wasn't prepared to take a risk for my video. So I think, as I said before, I did give it a try, and I didn't feel comfortable. So it wasn't like I just gave up. I did give it a try. I had a near miss with a car, and that was it. I thought, look, this isn't worth it. I can demonstrate this feature to you without taking a risk. So that's why I decided to do it how I did, and I'm happy that I did that. I was more comfortable. I was able to pay more attention on doing the video for you guys than trying to sort of watch a million things going on in a car park while I was doing it. So I think overall it probably came out a bit better, and you got to see what the system is capable of. It's a very capable system. I just think it's got a bit of a weakness with the back of the car, with the ultrasonics and just the one single camera. So going forward, the car is able to turn and maneuver around obstacles, as you saw. It maneuvered around that box that I put in front of it. It saw the box. So forward facing and sideways facing, this car has great vision. And I was reasonably comfortable with that, except for, you saw the wheel stops, little concrete wheel stops. The car doesn't see those. And so that was, I realized that the car can't see those, and that was the scary thing. I thought, if something is lying on the road that is similar size to that, say a dog or a kid or even a person lying down on the road that you can't see because you're in the busy car park and you've got all those cars blocking your vision, I just hate to think what could happen. The other side of it too is I don't understand what would happen insurance-wise. So even if someone crashes into me and it's not my fault, I'm not in the car. How does that work insurance-wise? How does that work legally? I couldn't find anything definite as far as the law goes. So the number of reasons there, I couldn't demonstrate this in a car park for you, in a busy car park. So I decided to play it safe. So that's how I ended up with the video I did. Now, standard summon, that's something that's a different story. You're standing beside, close to the car. You've got to, you're in more control of what the car is doing. That was something that I was more comfortable showing you. So I'd filmed the video, and then I added those extra videos in because I had to go and pick up some new work boots, as you saw, and the opportunity was there. I had the camera with me, and so I just threw those extra little videos in, just showing you in a real life practical use of the standard summon feature and the auto park feature. So I've been pretty impressed with that thing. That's something I think some people would find very useful and use it regularly. For me, I don't see myself using it regularly. I think it would be more an opportunistic thing that would come up. So if I got parked into a parking spot, someone parked quite close to me and I couldn't get my door open, it would be very handy in that scenario. And it's nice to know that I've got that there if I need to use it. But if you think back to how many times that's happened to you, it's probably not very often. So this feature, the same as Autopark and navigate on autopilot and things, there's not one feature that is worth the add-on cost. But I think as a complete package, you've got some tools there that can come in handy if you've got them. I don't regret keeping it. I still don't think it's worth the money, if you'd asked me that question. But I think it's something that I want to watch and see these features improve as time goes, because that's what Tesla does, and there's a lot of room for improvement with these features. And I think I'll continue to keep testing them, and if I notice improvements, I'll make other videos. So yeah, but I guess weaknesses of this summon smart summon and auto park and standard summon. The weak point of those systems is internet connectivity. So you need to make sure that your car has a good data connection to your phone and your phone has good reception. Otherwise, neither of these features will work. Smart Summon has the additional thing of needing a really good GPS signal, clear view of the sky, and for it to work. So possibly the issues I was having, the glitchiness, was to do with internet connectivity or possibly a poor GPS signal. So that's something to keep in mind. Standard summon, it doesn't rely on as much of the location data, but I've found scenarios where it doesn't work. So in deep underground car parks where there is poor phone reception and data reception for the car, the connection to the car doesn't just use Bluetooth. So that's the one thing you need to remember. It needs to connect to the car wirelessly over data to do the summon features. So you need to have a good data connection. That's the weak point, but it works fine in a garage. It works fine in an underground car park or a multi-level car park where you still have good phone reception and the car can get good location data. Standard summon will work. Smart summon won't work in an underground car park. I haven't been able to get that to work. So that's just some of the weak points there. I like to try and keep these things positive and find a positive for this. So hopefully I've demonstrated that in these video. It's a bit long. I'm trying to learn not to waffle on with things. I had to chop a few things out of these videos to get it down, but I think I've kept the core things in there that give you a good review and a good demonstration of the features. So guys, I appreciate you watching. I know you guys have been waiting for this video. It's taken me a lot longer to get videos done than I thought. First thought, it's very time consuming. I think it's a lot more time consuming to put these videos together than I first thought. Shooting the videos, I've got a lot of footage that I've taken that I just need to make the time to edit. And then of course, once you start editing them, you realize, hang on, I've left something out. I might need to reshoot that, and that's sort of what's happened with my preconditioning video. So I started putting that together and things evolved as I was putting the videos together, and I realized that I needed to shoot some more video and do some more tests based on what I discovered in the first ones. But I put the first couple of preconditioning videos out first because I thought that was good to show you how the preconditioning works, how to precondition, and then show you the worst case scenario with a cold battery. So guys, be patient with me. I'm very happy with the amount of subscribers I've got so far, the amount of views I'm getting. It's surpassed what I thought. I really didn't think my videos would get much interest at all. And I know in the scheme of things, I still don't have a lot of subscribers or views, but I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the amount of people that that my videos are getting to, and it seems like you guys are getting some use out of it, which is all I wanted to do. If I can help a handful of people, I'm happy. So I'm super happy that I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and on average, I guess I'm getting maybe 1,000 views per video. That's fantastic. The fact that I'm reaching 1,000 people, I'm super happy with. And guys, I really appreciate your support, and I hope you're getting something from it as well. So guys, thanks again. Thanks for sitting through another longer video. I really appreciate it. And remember, ask away. Put your questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer. So I'll leave it there, guys. I'll talk to you soon and catch you next video. Thanks.